Now for the political side of this, Kevin Cirilli, Bloomberg politics reporter who's been following the Trump campaign, spoke with some Trump officials in the past couple of minutes. Kevin, you're with us.
Thank you for having me. Yes, an official campaign statement is being written as we speak, but I've spoken with Trump World Insider, and what I've learned is that they are viewing this as another example of trying to strike a character contrast with Hillary Clinton, and they view everything and all of the developments that we have watched unfold in the past several days, from that meeting on Monday with Bill Clinton and Loretta Lynch, and now, of course, a 3.5-hour meeting with the FBI. They are watching this play out. Yesterday in Denver, Donald Trump himself poking fun of the reported meeting between former President Clinton and Loretta Lynch. So clearly they are watching this closely. They view polls tightening, and they think this is good for their campaign.
You know, the one thing in politics, and it's an old rule, and that is that if your opponent is getting ready to jump off a cliff, don't get in their way. If they're having a bad week, don't send them a life preserver in the form of screwing up yourself. What is the Trump sort of logic here? What is their strategy going forward? Are they going to just let Hillary Clinton try to hang in the wind with this FBI news out there? Are they going to try to come out and aggressively message it? We saw him on Twitter this morning. That seemed to not go over so well.
You know, Leland, if this was the primary season, I would tell you that I would expect the Trump campaign to just hammer this full force. But as you alluded to, we have certainly seen a shift in tone somewhat from this new general election Donald Trump campaign. And so I think that what you're seeing is a newly implemented rapid response strategy in full conjunction with the Republican National Committee. They have been pushing out messaging daily. But I also think what you're seeing is a campaign that has come to realize that if you look at independent voters, if you look at general election polling, both Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton have extremely low favorability ratings. And so for many independent voters, this becomes a decision in November based on things like trustworthiness, on who can handle terrorism, and who can handle the economy. All areas that the Trump campaign feels confident that they can win in November. And this bolsters their case.
That's what I was going to ask you, Kevin, because we talk about these two candidates, and one of the things we always refer to when we look at the polls is that they both do have high unfavorability. Historically. And so when he tries to hit her on issues such as this, and you said he's really focusing on those independents, how does he use this to his advantage?
You know, great question. You know, he has campaigned in suburban Pittsburgh 3 times this year alone. And so I think what we're starting to see is a Trump campaign that is focusing much more on the grassroots state level, state campaign races, than they are essentially with the more national free media what we saw him utilize during the primary. You know, he's been doing a lot more local radio, for example. He's been trying to communicate specifically more with target audiences and getting his message directly to them, as opposed to sort of the more bombastic type of strategy that we saw earlier. Now, look, I'm not saying that Donald Trump is going to be soft-spoken between now and November. What I am saying is that they're watching this this latest Clinton controversy very carefully, and they're watching it play out before striking back.
Who's in charge? Is it Paul Manafort who's really running this messaging, or is Donald Trump continuing to control his messaging as he says he's his own best advisor?
Donald Trump is in charge of his own campaign. There is no question that he is still calling the shots. Now, in terms of, you know, who is managing day-to-day...
Kevin, I'm going to interrupt you on one thing. Any contingency planning you're hearing inside the Trump campaign for what if Hillary Clinton is indicted and somehow you get a switch with a Joe Biden or something like that coming in? Have they even begun to think about that, or are they not there yet?
My reporting has not led me to believe that they are anywhere near that. They fully are prepared to go against Hillary Clinton.
Well, it certainly seems as though that's who they'd like to go against, especially after the week that Hillary Clinton has had. Kevin Cirilli, Bloomberg Politics, on the trail with the Trump campaign. Appreciate your insight, sir, and we'll wait for that statement from the Trump campaign that you told us was coming. Trump has not tweeted in the past couple of hours. We'll see if it comes there or from the campaign directly. Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you.
All right.